Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another edition of Deep Into the Heart of Wrestling. My name is Mike Larkin, and joining me today, he is the collector, the protector of the necker. He's my dude. He's our boy. He's our homie. Rolling with the homies like a Brittany Murphy track in Clueless. The one, the only Mr. Robert Davis. How are you, sir?
I am sweating in my own man juices. It is 80 degrees at 7:30 p.m. Yeet.
Sweating in your own juices. I thought I'm waiting for you to go to, we're going to tech night. We're going to have a techno night at the club. We got to get all wet. It's going to smell like body up in here, Robert Davis. I feel like I'm in the Jersey Shore. Get your fists up in the air on the east side.
SMD.
I'll leave you two in New Jersey then, because I'm going this fucking way. See ya.
Hey, man, we could party with Robbie E and Robbie T. Get our fists up in the air. We made the list. Not that
I'm
list.
definitely fucking going that way. You just carry on dancing in the corner. But yeah.
City, New Jersey.
City, New Jersey.
Wow.
So with that being said, the demoness is in Yo City. The one, the only Miss Nicola McDonald. Nicola, how you doing?
Hello. I am, I'm good. A lot better. I forgot to tell you both before we come on here. Tomorrow, Rafe gets his exam results, GCSE results.
Oh, yeah.
So, result day, and he's also going into college the same day. So, I forgot to tell you this earlier. My bad.
Well, congratulations, Demon R.
Good luck
Yeah,
to the demon.
So, we find out tomorrow, and then literally, or later, sorry, it's not tomorrow, it's already there now, where I am in a sense. But he's also then got to college in the afternoon and enroll into college. So,
Well, time does fly, man. For 5 years that he's coming such a young man, it's wonderful to see. It's wonderful to see.
Now he's 6 feet tall and wearing suits and shit.
And you can't
I know. Like I said, the weirdest part for me is the fact that obviously, like sometimes as kids grow up, you think, oh, you lose like a little voice and all of that. For me, because he's been in our world doing the promos and stuff, I still get to see that little voice every now and then. I can literally go onto YouTube and I see him still little when me and him first did this with all of you. So, now I do have to deal with this fully grown man that loves to tell me to fuck right off and yeet.
Well,
I can't believe that day when he said that. And I was turned around up thinking, I went, "Oh, suck my dick, yeet,
yeet."
One,
not
even one.
It's become such a thing on this show, and even what's the best part about it, because it translates with the women saying "suck my dick," yeet. I'll make that number 2, but it's the G.I. Jane reference. But then you add yeet to it; it just sounds even better once you add the yeet to it. It makes it even more funny. Actually,
I don't not even know why I came up with it. I just turned around thinking, not thinking I'm talking to you two like normal or anything else. It was just why don't he just says that? I'll just suck my dick, yeet, and then all of a sudden I was like, oh, that's catchy.
Well, now all you need to do is, like you did years ago, somebody's going to get this pounding. Somebody's going to get a pounding. That's all you need to add to it.
Ask that little rodent who's going to find out tomorrow.
Oh, well, we will discuss that later as promo slam. I'm sorry. Open Door. There's so many different Max Wrestling specials now. The Open Door airs tomorrow, which myself and Mo are on it one-on-one. Nicola and Blade Rodriguez, Beer and Teddy P. Definitely check that out. That will be in the link in the description when this show goes out as well. And speaking of shows, the show must go on, because for Karrion Kross, it is not a work. He appeared on Ariel Helwani this week. Him and Scarlett are both done. Yeah, there it is. Him and Scarlett are both done within the WWE realm. They're doing a lot of signings now. First of all, folks, I don't see them going to AEW because Don Callis is there. And if what happened with Don Callis and Scarlett allegations is true, he ain't fucking going there. You got to stand by your woman. I think there's new management within TNA. A lot of people love Carlos Silva now, and I think the best bet with him to go to TNA, do some NXT stuff, because, hey, one of his best runs was when Triple H booked him in NXT before everything went to shit, because I do have a comment to add, because somebody said, oh, well, now do you guys wish that Vince was back and Karrion Kross because everything that happened with Triple H on the roster? No, because if Vince was still booking, he'd be in a fucking Viking helmet still. So no, I would not want Vince McMahon to book him. So you could fuck right off with that. With Triple H, at least he got a WrestleMania moment. You dumb motherfuckers. So I think it's very unfortunate to see what happened. I think the fact that they're crazy, like you sign first, then we'll deal with her. No, they're a package deal. What are you talking about? Sign me first, and then I'll deal with her. No, it's a package deal. It's Karrion Kross and Scarlett. You can't have one without the other. He knew what he was done at the day of SummerSlam. Then he did the farewell, but it's very weird. It's very odd with how everything panned out. So I'll say this:
They fucked up.
they not a work. And we'll start with Nikolai. I know you mentioned they fucked up, but your thoughts on Karrion Kross and Scarlett? Dunzo. That was it for them at SummerSlam.
All I'm going to say is it was a stupid decision. It took him long enough to finally put him, where he should be. And then, no, we're done. Really? Is that how we do things in this world? I'm sticking by it. They fucked up morally by letting him go, or letting them both go, and they've got to learn that if you come as a package deal, you come as a package deal. End of conversation.
And also the fact that
They royally, it makes me mad because I love Cross.
No, you're fine. I was gonna say to add to that, what I love how you put with that is like you let them know on the last day, like just to the last day, right to the nitty gritty. It's like, what the fuck is that? The fuck is that?
Hang on, go fight someone. And while you're at it, just so you know, when you leave this building tonight, you're not going to have a job anymore. What the fuck?
That is fucked up beyond fucked up. So, Robert, I'll ask you over there. We're out rocking that Cross T-shirt. Your thoughts on the Karrion?
Cross, we love you, but fuck them other idiots.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean,
Black Heart's always behind the Cross.
Mad respect to Cross though for sticking by his wife, because
100%.
that the whole situation, nothing makes sense. And I understand why people think it's a work, because WWE is notorious for doing that kind of shit. But there's nothing about this that makes sense. He was getting over with the crowd finally. He was gaining so much momentum. The number one, shirt, and like it just nothing. He checked all the boxes, did what he was asked. He was a good soldier, which by the way, his new shirt is pretty cool. Gonna have to pick that up. It's just weird, and I share the same sentiment with Cross. Like, it's just weird. Nothing makes sense.
And you could tell he still wants to be there. Like,
yeah.
he wanted to be there. Like, it's one of those things where this is where I take it from Papa Lark and even Mama Lark on the shout out, Mommy, Daddy. I love you both. Mommy and Daddy Lark. I look at it like this. My dad has always said when you look at wrestling and stuff like that, it's a performance-based business, and I agree with him. Same with my mom has always told me that. But I'm like, when you have someone like Karrion Kross, like Robert said, who checks all the boxes, whose merch is selling out the wazoo, and people have been clamoring for this man. They did it during Sammy and Solo when they had their opening segment. They were chanting, "We want Kross," loud as day. You heard it perfectly there. I don't get it, but I think wherever he goes, I'm sure he's going to do indies. We got Bloodsport. He can go back and done. He's done Josh Barnett's promotion. He could do whatever indies. Hell, even if you want to throw some Japan in there. I mentioned TNA, but yeah, whatever he does, that man is going to land fine. And he's also got a great book for y'all to pick up. So Karrion Kross.
I want to get that. I want to get that book.
TikTok, we love you, Mr. Tollman. And everybody pays the toll. And speaking of everybody paying, somebody better be paying because I'll pay you. Chris Jericho, there is talks in December. Chris Jericho, hi guys, may be heading on over to the WWE. And I got to say this right now, one final run of Y2J. If you put him against Dominic, him and that Mysterio connection, put him against the younger guys, him in the Royal Rumble. I mean, he does have a little bit of a history with a little Wyatt 6, if you will, from his feud with Bray Wyatt. So, I mean, there's a lot of different ways you could go with Chris Jericho. Do I see him staying with AEW? I mean, in a way, yes, because he's built one of the foundations of what AEW is from its inception in 2019. But I got to say, one final Chris Jericho run, number one, get in shape, and number two, sometimes, and Chris will actually be told this by Triple H, no, Chris! Haven't said that in a while, but no, Chris will be told to him, no, we're not going to have a learning tree. No, you are not going to fight in that mimosa. No, Chris! So with that being said, someone will tell him no. Robert, I'll start with you. Do you see Jericho staying with AEW when his contract rolls around in December, or do you think that he is going to go back to WWE for one final run?
I could see him going back for one final run. What else is there left for him to do in AEW?
Right.
I mean, this man, this guy is notorious for reinventing himself over and over and over again, and I think for the first time in a long time, the learning tree was not it. and I think a lot of people are catching wind to that. So maybe it's time for him to go.
Nicola asks you think Jericho's going to stay, or is he going to go back for one final run? What are you thinking?
Is it bad that I don't care what
No,
he does?
not at all.
not really. It's okay.
Not really.
Not really.
Oh. If he goes back to WWE, he's going to go back to WWE and probably create another persona that we'll just all hate and be like, "Oh, get off my screen."
I mean,
But
the last thing
if
he had that was
he,
relevant. Yeah, it was the last thing he had was relevant was the list. You just made the list, and that was a Jimmy Jacobs creation. That was it. That was like the best.
I like Jimmy Jacobs. He's brilliant. I like Jimmy Jacobs.
Zombie princess, baby. Zombie
Of
princess.
course. We know I like all of the creepy people of the world.
So, Rob, I do have to ask this before we also get into this show, folks, because there really wasn't a lot of news to really go into. I'm sure we'll have more when we go into next week. And also, we now have WrestlePalooza on September 20th, which is going to be competing with All Out, named after the ECW pay-per-view, which is going to feature Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre, as well as John Cena and Brock Lesnar as a part of the John Cena Farewell Tour. Oh my God, you both love all assholes want to compete with me on the same night. Go fuck yourselves. I love ECW. Fuck you. Bingo hall.
Did you see SmackDown and the whole Wyatt stalking everybody? That was something.
Yeah. Well,
strange.
Wyatt 6 are not going to feud with the MFTs, baby. Come on now. Let's go.
I'm confused. You got Nikki Cross in the background dancing inside this little clip, and you got Uncle Howdy hiding by the Miz, and then you got the other two just sitting there, and then Rowan scaring the shit out of that tall motherfucker.
Talatonga. Yep, Talatonga.
All right, I still got to learn these names.
Talatonga.
Also, congratulations, Naomi and Big Jim.
Yes, Big Jim and Naomi. Yes, proceed with caution, baby. The bloodline continues, motherfuckers.
No
yeet. I watched something when Naomi was talking about it and saying that they weren't sure and whatever issues she had and all that, and the fact she actually is pregnant now is really, really awesome.
I agree.
So yeah, I've seen the interviews they've done with her and Jim before she was pregnant, and it was like, oh wow! Go check that out because you find a lot of insight into both of them, and Big Jim's hilarious. I swear he's on funny mode 24/7.
All the time.
It looks like it.
All the time.
But that's the thing too. If there's any people that deserve it, it's definitely Naomi and
Jim. Yeah, 100%.
But yeah, it's been such a crazy week of wrestling. Do y'all even want to mention? I know I just did the Tony Khan voice. What do you think about WrestlePalooza going against All Out? Rob, you want to comment? John Cena, Brock Lesnar, and Cody and Drew look to be the top matches. Your thoughts?
I think just the ultimate level of petty is using an ECW pay-per-view to go against Tony, who is a known ECW mark.
It's just
the extra level of petty. I like it, but
same. You know what it is? And everybody talks about Triple H taking the first shot. And I always say this with the Pissan Company. We've even talked about it on Wrestling Roundtable. I always say yes and no because, yes, he did take a nice little dig at him because Billy Gunn was in the Hall of Fame with them at the time. But also no, because it's like he's also embarking and making fun of Vince when Vince took over the territories in the 80s. And then also buying ECW and WCW and them going out of business and WWE standing up tall on that, which is such a Vince McMahon move. But I also look at it like this. I don't see Triple H and Shawn Michaels calling people bald assholes and the Harvey Weinstein of professional wrestling. So I think it's also the way of them to be like, hey, Tony, and I haven't done this in a while, but shut the fuck up, Tony. So it's like, we're going to dig at you. We're going to keep digging at you. We're going to keep digging at you. So
no, we're going to throw Baby Oil in.
Oh, God, fucking A. So Nicola, Nicola, what are your thoughts on WWE counter programming with WrestlePalooza and All Out in September?
They like to dig at each other, don't they? So it's just a petty contest on who's got the biggest dick, I guess.
My dick's bigger than yours.
Why is that something you know Tony Khan sat there and said at least once in his lifetime?
Yeah, but here's the difference.
In his SpongeBob pajamas.
SpongeBob. I'm ready for me money. So Tony, well, he's got to stop going live every week. Like before Dynamite, I don't need to see his face like this. And welcome everybody. We're in Scotland. Hi everybody. How you doing? Like he's got to stop doing that now. It's awkward, and I don't want to see his face every week before Dynamite. He's killing me. He's killing me.
I want to see his face in general. I learn every week.
There
Jeez.
you go. Now, Robert,
Gonna pick you up.
one last thing I'll say before we get into these cards. Robert has gone into the Unreal realm, as we have all watched the Netflix thing. And Nikla, that this is also where the Abyss and Bruce Pritchard 2.5 minutes you went over, and then William Regal's like, Abyss, Chris, don't listen to Bruce Pritchard. It was fine. It was fine. So
I
that.
feel so bad he keeps saying sorry, and I get it because I'm someone who says sorry a lot myself, or did. So it's like, yeah, he's trying to impress, but he shouldn't have said sorry for anything. It wasn't his fault. He
Like,
just did what his job was.
well, the thing is, too, you think with
Trying
them
to
being on
apologize.
Netflix, but Bruce Pritchard's just like, well, people say, you're on Netflix now, but I'm like, if it's 2.5 minutes to go off, if you go off at 10:32 and 10:33, it's not that big of a deal if you go over that much after 10:30. Let's be fucking real here. Is it really gonna kill the fucking vibe of the show? But
No.
I get it, you want to be on time, but take a fucking chill.
Yeah.
Excuse me, so my
You're
bad.
totally fine. You're fine. It's all good. So, Rob, what did you
He's
think?
coming. You know what it is? He's coming back from sea air to back to normal after vacation, and all of a sudden you're like, oh shit, everything's changed again.
So, Rob,
Damn it.
what were your thoughts on Unreal thus far, seeing it come?
I watched all of the episodes last night, and I understand why some people are upset by it because it's pulling the curtain back way, like, a lot. But at the same time, a lot of it is stuff that we didn't already know.
I mean, they were so proud about the John Cena heel turn, and then it happened. Here's the thing: what killed that heel turn was The Rock not showing up. It did. That absolutely did. And then making John Cena like I'm in an abusive relationship, and it's like, John, they've been cheering you for 10 years. What the actual fuck are you talking about?
Yeah,
And it made no sense. I will say this: Chelsea Green becomes even more likable on this with the fact that she's like, you know what? I'm in Canada. I'm pissed I'm off the card, but I'm going to see my family and I'm going to make the best of it. That woman is a trooper.
the Chelsea Green episode did make her a lot more likable. I mean, what bad can you say about this woman? She's willing to do anything.
I mean, she doesn't fight a lot, but it's just like, hey, why am I going to do a
He
leg drop?
doesn't need to.
Right, but it's like, why am I going to do a leg drop off the top and not my finish? A move that I've never done before, and you want me? She was right in standing up for her on that because it's true, and it made the finish of the match with Mia Yim even better.
Yeah.
But yes,
Absolutely did.
if you've not checked it out, check it out. Now, Nikla, have you seen Unreal besides the Abyss part?
I saw the one the other day about when Naomi dropped the title and was backstage with Triple H and Big Jim. I saw that one.
Mhm.
I also seen one when Rhea was going out to go against, I think, Liv again with a demon face on.
Yep.
Or it might be a different one, but he's giving her a hug and just reassuring her and stuff. So it's quite. I've seen a few, but not overly a lot just yet.
Now, speaking of demon face, I have to bring this up. The craziness. Bailey's going cuckoo. Bailey's going cuckoo.
Yeah, I noticed that. What was that about? I was like, are we in her realm? Is she trying to come play in the dark? What's going on with that?
It's the split personality. The ding dong hello, the hugger Bailey. I think we're gonna have the three faces of Bailey. I'm liking it. It's a character change. I'm digging it.
What's this happening?
Hey. But yeah, it's a lot going on. But I'm excited. There's a lot of different trajectories, and our trajectory now, y'all, is gonna lead us to. We're gonna go out of order because Forbidden Door has 10 bajillion matches, and we'll save that for the end. So we'll go with the one that is gonna air later.
20 minutes while we're doing this show.
Probably. Robert can do the check while we're predicting the friggin' matches. So we're going to start with Heatwave first, which airs 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 4 p.m. Pacific, and midnight Demon Ladies time on Sunday. This is going to be after friggin' Forbidden Door in the afternoon, which airs at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we'll start with Heatwave
And it's
first.
in the UK, isn't it?
Yep, it's in the UK. Yep.
Yeah, that's why it's so crazy down there right now.
Well, we'll start with the craziness. We'll start with this match that we're going to talk about on Heatwave because we mentioned Chelsea Green. Chelsea Green is going to be on this card as we had the peace treaty with the Canadians, Chelsea Green and Ethan Page, with Tavian Heights and Tyra May Steele representing America. Tavian Heights and Tyra May Steele were Olympians, and Tavian Heights coming off the No Quarter Catch crew, which he was with Charlie Dempsey and Miles Bourne and Ren Sinclair. He wants that NXT North American Championship. Chelsea Green said, hey, as long as Ethan's champion, no ma'am, no sir. And he's like, well, I'm not going to hurt you, but somebody else will. And here comes Tyra May Steele, who is off LFG, the Legends and Future Greats on A&E Season 1. She's also wrestling on Evolve now. And that brings us to this mixed tag team match, as it is Tavian Heights and Tyra May Steele representing US of A against Chelsea Green and All Ego Ethan Page representing Team Canada. I look at it from a stance like this. If you're going to sell tickets and you want somebody to work with Tyra May Steele, who is still green but has a lot of potential, Chelsea Green is that girl. She can work with anybody, and she's so good no matter what role she plays. We've mentioned that. We love Chelsea Green on this podcast, whether she's a bridezilla, whether she's just being her plain nutty self. It's wonderful to see. But in this scenario, since they're building Tavian Heights against Ethan Page for the North American title, I think Tavian Heights and Tyra May Steele are going to get the victory. If Chelsea takes the pin here, it doesn't hurt her in the slightest. It elevates Tyra. But I think Tavian's going to pin Ethan, and then we're going to get a one-on-one match for that title. So my pick is the team US of A, Tavian Heights and Tyra May Steele. Rob, I'll start with you first. Tavian Heights and Tyra May Steele, or Chelsea Green and All Ego Ethan Page?
Yeah, I kind of had the same thought you did. I think it's going to go to Team USA because it's going to build a match between Ethan and Tavian Heights, and it gives an opportunity for Chelsea to work with Steele to kind of to get those reps in. I agree with you. I think she has a lot of potential, and I think this will be a great match to elevate her a little bit.
And also, it's her first PLE, but also adding Chelsea to it adds more interest in NXT. I thought it was funny when Vic Joseph, when that match got announced, like tickets are limited tickets are still available for NXT Heatwave, and if Chelsea Green doesn't put the butts in the seats, I don't know what will. Because again, that woman is just perfection. And Nicola, I will go with you now. Are you going with Chelsea Green and All Ego Ethan Page, or Tavian Heights and Tyra May Steele?
See, this is the thing. I like obviously Ethan and Chelsea, but they're there to put them over. So I guess. Oh, okay. I've been told. What are the first two names again? I'm so sorry, brain. At 4 o'clock in the morning.
No worries. So it's Tavian Heights and Tyra May Steele representing
Them
Team.
two.
Them two. Okay.
Them two. And obviously, because like I said, Chelsea and the other one, and they are to the other two. So
Okay.
it doesn't matter if them two lose or not. They're big names anyway, so it's like, well, yeah.
Well, Tavian Heights Nicola was also in the same group with Miles Bourne, who we like. Don't judge me by my disability, judge me by my abilities. I love that. Like I said, that dude is going places. Same with Tavian. And Tavian also came from Pro Wrestling Noah as well, wrestling there. So that gives him more reps. So let's go. That's going to be a great mixed tag. And speaking of tags, I figured we go to this one because when it comes to Dark State, it's either you get behind us or you get left behind, and you don't want us behind it. And then the best part about it is this Cutler James thing is the best part because he's saying this shit that is just so out of pocket, and they've added a comedic route to the friggin' Dark State gimmick. And everybody, even Shaquan Sugars this week was like, come on, man. Come on, bro. Why you got to say it like that? And it's just so funny with Cutler James being the one who's tough, but he says the wrong thing at the wrong time. So we're going to go with this match next for the NXT Tag Team Championships. It is Hank and Tank, Honk Honk, Hank Walker and Tank Ledger against two members of Dark State. Dude, I said this when we did the TNA review for Slammiversary. The only loss that Dark State has had thus far was against the System. And do you want to know something? We are going to... I think we are going... Come on, man. That's your girl, Alicia. Do you want to know something?
She can put... She cannot be saying that shit to me. Do you want to know something?
First of all, you got to say it the right way, the more Boston accent. Do you want to know something?
Do you want to know something?
That's right. That's right.
Me and my crappy accents.
I think this is going to be good. I mean, we saw them at Dark State attack them when Hank and Tank was going against the Culling with Solrook and Zarya. I think they've really elevated Dark State now with that comedic avenue that I mentioned with Cutler James. And you even got his girlfriend, Adriana Rizzo of the family, was just like, he's mine. I love him. But yeah, like trying to defend the fact of what he's saying. And it's funny as hell. But this element of badassery mixed with comedy has really elevated them. I, like Robert, we've said this many times, dude. I'm like, what the hell are we doing with this? Like, are we going Retribution? What are we doing? Like, but they've added something where it's likable and they're really accentuating all the characters and layers of what this group is. So I think it is time to pull the trigger. Dark State wins, and we get Dark State in the system at Bound for Glory for the tag titles. Robert, go.
Yep. I couldn't have said it any better. I know we were kind of like in the middle of the road with the whole Dark State thing. It's like, what the fuck are we doing? Is Retribution 2.0? Like, so they added this comedic element, which I think is a lot more relatable than this rogue group that's kind of doing whatever the fuck they want, because that hasn't been done before.
No, not at all. Never been done before.
Never been done before. It kind of makes it a lot more relatable, and I like Hank and Tank, but I think it's time for the Dark State.
And I think it was a great moment for Hank and Tank to win it, because those boys have been working extremely hard since they're inception as a team. But it's just like, great babyface team needs to lose to a great heel team, and it just elevates more of the TNA NXT relationship. So with that being said, we're going to move on over to Nikla, because she was very indifferent about the match with the system at Slammiversary. But who are you picking here? Hank and Tank to retain, Hong Kong, or are you going with Dark State to win the NXT tag titles?
I don't really know, if I'm honest, because like you said, I was a bit I suppose Hank and Tank, I guess. I was only going to go with the other yes on that.
Give me a Hong Kong, Nikla. Hong Kong.
Hong. I'm not saying what I was thinking when you keep saying Hong Kong, but it wasn't that.
So Nikla's on the Hank and Tank. Nikla's on the Hank and Tank train, Hong Kong. Oh God, it reminds me of the friggin'. There's a restaurant down here in South Carolina in Myrtle Beach called T-Bones, and they used to have a sign every time you pass it. It was called "Honk if you're hungry." And all right, I'm going to tell a story about Mama Lark, and this is funny. So we passed it. So we passed it one time, and my mom starts laughing. I'm like, "Why are you laughing so hard?" She goes, "You don't want to know what I thought that sign said." And I said, "Yeah, honk if you're hungry." And she goes, "No, I thought it said honk if you're horny." And I about died. Like, I'm like, see where your mind goes. Shout out to Mama Lark for that hilarious moment. We love you, Mom. So honk if you're horny and honk if you're hungry aside, we gonna move on and honk to the next matchup, you sons of bitches.
Jesus, could you imagine Will Ospreay saying something like that in the middle of the ring?
Bruv. Me and the missus, honk, bruv. Anyway.
Oh my God.
I digress. So we're actually going to go to another women's matchup that was announced. So it is a triple threat match to determine the number one contender for the NXT Women's Championship, as it is Jada Parker, Miss Parker, as the fans were chanting, "Thank you, Jesus," at her and Jasmine Nix in their match. Thank you, Jesus. Miss Parker, Jada Parker, goes against that girl, Kailani Jordan and Lola Vice, who we saw at Triple Mania AAA with friggin' Cheeseburger. We saw him with everything, from the cheeseburgers, Dimanito, from Mr. Iguana with his Iguana La Vesca. Like, Lola Vice has become such a threat when it comes to AAA and Mexico. I'm loving them pushing Lola Vice to the nth degree here, but I think the story that makes sense for this match is for Kailani to win, because if you remember, Fallon Henley is the one who beat Kailani for the NXT Women's North American Championship. So there's history with her and Fatal Influence, and so I think that girl Kailani's going to win, and she's going to face JC Jane for the NXT Women's Championship. But I'm here for this match, man. All three women make their case. They're three of the top women in the NXT Women's division. But I got to go with that girl, Kailani Jordan. She's ready to wreck shop, man. So, Robert Davis, are you going with Jada Parker? Are you going with Lola Vice? Or are you going with Kailani Jordan, man?
You know what? I'm going to go with Jada Parker. She's seems to always get herself into the big matches, but doesn't quite get the victory. And I think this is her time. It's Miss Parker's time.
Miss Parker, Miss Parker, Miss Parker, Miss Parker. Oh, yeah. So, Nicola, are you going with Jada Parker, Kailani Jordan, or Lola Vice?
I'm gonna go with Charlie. Right, yeah, that one.
Kailani Jordan?
Right, that one. Jesus, I'm not. Yep. Anyway, Demon Hour, 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm allowed off.
So what Nicola's saying is Kailani Jordan is going to get this pounding on one of these girls. Somebody's going to get a pounding. Nicolas. First of all, we got to have some Nicola-isms, some demonisms. That is one that ranks up there. Brodus Clay and TNA. His name was Tyrus.
His name was Tyrus. His name was Tyrus.
Also, speaking of Tyrus, right there.
Hang on. I just saw that and they were doing this. What did he do? Do I need to know? Or do I already know?
Well, you know what he does. You know his commentary and the fact that worst NWA world champion ever. And number 2, Billy Corgan, tonight, as we just celebrated the 9-year anniversary when he took over for TNA.
What fuck up that was.
Tonight. So when Billy Corgan thinks pushing Brodus Clay, his name in TNA was Tyrus. What he thinks of pushing him to get exposure because he's on Fox and Friends? No. People just went right away from the NWA and said, nope, you can go for yourselves. Goodbye. See you later. Anyway.
Goodbye.
Speaking of goodbye, we may have a goodbye to a championship here because the TNA Knockouts World Championship is being defended on NXT Heatwave as the champion JC Jane defends against Masha Slamovich and Ash by Elegance, a.k.a. the former Dana Brooke in the WWE. Man, listen, I think we're going to have JC Jane and Masha Slamovich at Bound for Glory, and then Masha takes it back off of JC Jane there. I think JC Jane, with what she's doing with the Knockouts Championship, being the chicken shit heel that she is and running away. I mean, getting pinned by Masha, getting pinned by Ash by Elegance. There's so many different layers to this. I mean, JC got the win in the tag this week over Ash by Elegance. So, I mean, I'm here for it. I think this is some of Dana Brooke's best work. She hasn't been on a PLE in a long time since she left WWE, but ever since she's gone away, she's found a character. She has her personal concierge with her, as well as M by Elegance and Heather by Elegance. Nicola's not a fan of the concierge, the personal concierge, and whatnot. Yeah. So with that being said, I think
that's not a CM Punk blur. That's just a blur.
Come on, Nicola, the personal concierge. Think of it like Home Alone 2 with Tim. Think of it like Home Alone 2 with Tim Curry. Compliments of the Plaza Hotel.
The Plaza Hotel.
Compliments of the Plaza Hotel with your cheese pizza. So anyway, personal concierge aside, JC Jane wins. We get the rematch with Masha at Bound for Glory. Masha wins it back there. Robert, JC Jane, Masha, or Ash by Elegance?
I will agree with you. I think this is some of Dana Brooke's best work. Like low-key, I even forget that she was Dana Brooke because Ash by Elegance, it's working for her. She found something that works for her. And I know she got a lot of criticism when she first started the character. It's just a knockoff Tony Storm. According to the IWC, everything is a knockoff Tony Storm.
Oh, we'll get to the knockoff Tony Storm in a little bit.
I know it's coming, and I know that was coming. But yeah, I think I'm gonna follow the same route as you, Michael Dog. I think JC Jane wins it, and we get JC and Masha down the line.
So what you're saying, Robert, is you're channeling your inner Uncle Cracker. You're following me. Everything is all right.
Everything is all right.
I'll tuck you. I'll be the one to tuck you in at night. And if you wanna leave, I can guarantee you'll never find nobody else. We'll be all right if you don't ask me to stay. Stay. All right, I'm done with the singing now. So, Nicola, are you going with that girl, JC Jane?
No, he's not. He's never done with the singing. No, he's not. Just like I'm not done with the suck my dick.
Well, that's already how many counters. We'll have a total counter at the end of the show. Nicola, are you
don't even remember by this point.
Are you going with JC Jane of the Fatal Influence? Are you going with that girl Masha? Or are you going with Ash by Elegance, Knockouts title on the line?
I'm gonna go with Masha.
Yeah,
I really like Marsha, and I was pissed that she didn't win last time. So this time, yeah, go girls, you be Marsha.
Speaking of TNA knockouts, it does have to be said because TNA Emergence was the other night, and the Demon Mother appeared. She did wrestle Indy Hartwell on the countdown, and she lost.
Oh, you said that after us going on and on about where the hell is she?
I knew you were going to bring it up too, damn it.
Damn it. Well, here's the
You
thing.
know we're gonna have a massive rant now about this. Will you stop making our fucking Demon Mother lose?
I agree she needs to win more, but I think with Rosemary, first of all, we all love Rosemary. We all know this on this show. No Rosemary.
I love the fact she came out of nowhere, that she was standing the crowd and stuff. She just pulled her head down. Like,
she just missed it, Indy Hartwell, right in the face, like I don't know.
That's our Demon Mother, though. That's what we do.
The thing is,
she's hiding in the shadows.
I think her run in TNA since her inception in 2016, 9 years being with that company, and I think her teaming even as Courtney Rush with Havoc, everything that she's done to Kay will be here all day. But I think it's at that point where she's the one who's putting over the younger talents now, so it doesn't hurt her because she's so established. But also at the same time too, I'm like, can we give her like more wins, please? Like something else, please. I'm tired of seeing her taking the L.
You are.
We all are. Well, yeah.
Well, we're gonna riot.
It's actually kind of wild to think she's been there 9 years.
Right, 9 years.
Wow, 9 years ago was when she first appeared. Wow.
She was going after Beer Money and the Wolves. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Dummy.
Yeah. All right.
And still to this day, I still love the fact of what she's like. That will never change.
That will never change. But something that will also never change is the hatred, because we are going to another women's matchup. It is a grudge match as Jordynne Grace, who is not a superstar, as this week we saw in NXT. Blake Monroe called her a reject. So it is Jordynne Grace against Blake Monroe, the former Mariah May. There's been body shaming. There's been Jordynne Grace in a neck brace chasing Blake Monroe in the rain, nonetheless, in the Florida rain, and then she got into the car. Oh my God, she didn't touch her this week, but she beat up the security, and she told Blake Monroe this week on NXT that at Heatwave, Blake Monroe, I'm going to show you what ugly really is. You go, Jordynne Grace. Man, if they continue this, I won't be mad, and I think they will. I think through some shenanigans, to quote Santino Marella, through some shenanigans, I think Blake Monroe is going to get the win. I want Jordynne Grace. That's my want, but I'm going to go with who I think. And I think that girl, Blake Monroe, with her bewitched nose like she's Elizabeth Montgomery shaking that nose, is going to get the win here. There's a reference for everybody. Bewitched.
Hell no. And yes, the Bewitched line.
Not the Nicole Kidman, Will Ferrell, because that movie sucked. That was so disappointing.
The series is brilliant.
I know. The original was great. The movie, not so much. I will say that. It stunk. It's like Leave It to Beaver with Christopher McDonald as friggin' Ward Cleaver. No. You don't have Shooter McGavin as Ward Cleaver. You can fuck right off with that. Anyway. So, we'll go with Nico on this one. Blake Monroe or Jordynne Grace? Hit us.
Jordynne Grace. Because she's pissing me off every time she's on the screen now. Seriously, the body shaming, and then they're standing there with a little clipboard, and then Jordan ripping the security pieces was brilliant. I was just like, please grab her by the hair. Please pull her hair out. Please. So yeah, or just punch her in the nose, something like that. I am getting frustrated, like you said about Blake. I've always called her the Tony wannabe, but now we're playing the, I don't know what you want to call it, the stupid role. We'll go with that. This is me trying to be very controversial and nice about this, which is really hard work.
Well, did you see her entrance now? It's just her looking in the mirror and then getting up and kissing herself in the mirror and just walking.
That's why I wanted to punch her in the face, yes. She's playing the... she's playing the right fucking arsehole.
You know what it is? I look at her little animation as she has within her entrance. It reminds me of the nanny animation when Fran Drescher as the nanny. The nanny. Yeah.
I thought she tried to pull a Mary Poppins stunt. It might have looked so much better, but fuck no. Instead, we're playing this dumbass who's dumb and looks in the mirror every 30 seconds. I love myself so too much. Fuck off, Blake. Go back, crawl into that hole.
Hey, she called her muscle muffin again this week. I laughed because it's just that's never not going to be funny. Muscle muffin. So one for Blake, one for Jordan Grace. Robert, break the cycle, break the tie here. We go with Jordan Grace or Blake Monroe.
I think I'm gonna go to Jordan Grace.
I don't think he knows I'd buy him if he said Blake.
Yeah, probably. That's probably true. Yeah, I kind of agree with you though, Mike. I think they're gonna keep this going.
I hope not.
Yeah, because there's just not enough muscle muffin to go around. So
I mean, they have something with this, and I think if you could blow it off in like a street fight or a last woman standing, well, I mean, we've seen what Blake Monroe can do in hardcore matches. Hello,
yes.
Toni Storm. Hello,
yes.
So we know. So I think that's.
I don't deny that. It's just why he fucking Jordan Grace.
Because it's Jordan
One of
Grace.
the biggest names, legend there is, and then you've got this little. Yeah.
I'm just glad that they had the wherewithal to turn Blake Monroe heel, because
that was the most ridiculous thing. It's like she's not a baby face; she's a natural heel.
Yeah, it was not working.
The woman walking heel bag. What?
So with that being said, we're gonna go with someone now that we like, and we're actually already at the main event of NXT Heatwave. So, main event of NXT Heatwave, it is Obafemi against Javon Evans for the NXT World Championship. That boy got yeeted onto that announce table against Trick Williams this week.
Whoa,
is he okay? Fuck! Oh my god, I felt that. Booker T's face, Corey Graves got friggin' taken out. Vic Joseph was like, what the shit is going on here? Those two had a great match, and then Trick loses because Mike Santana did the old gun salute to him, so we're going to get Trick and Mike Santana at Bound for Glory. Fucking put the title on Mike Santana. Oh, God. But this, Javon Evans, chef's kiss. He got the advice from The Undertaker to go after the big dog, and that's what he's doing with Obafemi. Javon Evans, you could say what you will about his size and stature, but he is the number one babyface right now in NXT. He connects with everybody. That boy is bouncy. Oh, God, I am really looking forward to him and Obafemi. But I think the chase will continue, and that boy Obafemi is going to retain that championship. But damn it, this is going to be a hell of a main event. Don't sleep on it. Rob, Obafemi or Javon Evans?
Definitely going to be a hell of a main event. I'd be surprised if Javon wins it, but I think Obafemi is going to retain as well.
Robert, give me a Nicola, don't. There you go. So with that being said, Obafemi or Javon Evans, NXT title on the line. Go ahead, Nicola.
Obafemi.
Yeah.
I'm going to go, and he's going to retain. I do know who he is now, and I've watched quite a few matches, so now I'm not as stupid as I was when we first started doing the NXT stuff, because I was like, I don't know who that is. Now I'm like, oh, yeah. No, I know. You don't fuck with that monster.
First of all,
no.
Not stupid at all. That's why you got us to tell you about these people. That's why you got
I know. What's something I wanted to bring up that I forgot about?
What?
Finn Balor's new puppet friend.
Yeah, Triple A, Demonito.
Yeah, he needs to bring Demonito back to life real quick. I really want to see one more run of him as his demon character. And it's been hinted for ages that he's not done it yet. And then he did that, and I was like, Mr. Iguana, you are fucked now, mate.
Layeska does not want some Demonito.
I want some Demonito.
So I will say this.
Oh, wait. It's that time of day. Yeah,
this is very true. Now, I will say this. Vikingo retaining at Triple Mania and getting booed out of the building. And then AJ Styles attacking Dominic and costing him the match at friggin' Triple Mania. And now we're going to get Vikingo and Dominic at When Worlds Collide. I'm excited. They got to put the title on Dominic now. If they don't, they're crazy. With the friggin' reaction he got, holy shit, dude.
Yeah, that's kind of a fucking shame.
We got to say it, though. We got to say it, Rob, because Rey Mysterio was like, don't worry, he'll be back. We don't want Alberto back, right? Nobody wants Alberto.
There's already a petition going forward. Roman Drew McIntyre, Ray. A couple of them are pushing to bring him back.
No. The Mexico crowd was even like, Alberto, why? Why? Why do you want this man back? That's why they removed
Yeah. I mean, they brought R-Truth back, and now R-Truth or Ron Killing's gone back to R-Truth again because John Cena's gone back to being himself again. It's like, what the hell?
You're back, dog. You're back. Well,
and then all of a sudden, and then Aleister Black comes over and starts on him again. He's like, "Do you know who I am?" I was like, "Oh, okay." 1 minute we're R-Truth bouncing around or whatever, and then we're.
Yep, I'm looking forward to that. R-Truth and Aleister Black this week on SmackDown. But Nicola, to go into your point, like I'm with Rob, I'm with you guys. Like, look, I get it. He's popular in Mexico, but if you really want people to not watch AAA with the WWE, everything that goes into what they're doing now, do not bring Alberto. Give me more Microman and Omos. Omos looking down at Microman like, what the hell? Give me that. Give me some Pimpinella. It was. Give me anything but Alberto El Patron. He does not need to be there. Not at all.
Alberto El Patron. No, fuck off. He can stay doing what he does best, which is sitting at home and playing with himself, piece of shit.
Go play with yourself in the darkness, you son of a bitch. That's what you need to be doing.
Go have a cry. Thank you.
And, well, never mind. So Alberto El Patron, you can fuck to the left, fuck to the right, spin around, go fuck yourself tonight. And, well, from NXT Heatwave, we now go on to the portion of the show, AEW Forbidden Door.
To the yacht.
To the yacht. Not yet. Where to begin on this clusterfuck of a show? All right, we're just gonna go here.
Black and Tony around the face.
Oh God! So he won a fatal 4-way over Daniel Garcia, Hechicero, and Lee Moriarty, and he made Lee Moriarty tap before Daniel Garcia can make Hechicero tap. And then he invited him to be in his corner. So we'll start with this first because we mentioned Blake Monroe on NXT. For the IWGP Championship, from representing New Japan, ZSJ, Zack Sabre Jr., defends against Nigel McGuinness with Daniel Garcia in his corner. First, I would just like to say, Tony, Daniel Garcia will never be a thing. He's not a thing. Stop trying to make Daniel Garcia a thing. He sounds like he's got a bag of dicks in his mouth. He can't talk. He sucks. I'm just going to say that. And look, I know he survived a car accident in 2019 where he broke both of his legs and was able to, and then he got back and better and he can walk again. I'm happy he survived. I'm happy he's living his dream. I'm sure he's a nice guy. I'm sure he loves his mama, but also at the same time too, when he's on my team, he blows fucking chunks. He is absolutely the drizzling shits. He makes you just want to puke, and it's just vomit, projectile vomit all across the friggin' wall. Like,
and you can scratch his ass.
Daniel Garcia, go scratch your ass. Thank you, Nicola. So
it was my favorite line you recovered out with recently, where you just go, "Well, you go scratch your fucking ass."
Which is, and for those who want to know where that comes from, it's another term for saying "go fuck yourself." Go scratch your ass. So with that being there you go. So with that being said, this is going to be a technical classic because when you think of British wrestling, a lot of British wrestlers like Zack Sabre Jr. were influenced by the greats like Nigel McGuinness. And I love me some Nigel from Ring of Honor for his tenure in WWE announcing, from his tenure in TNA as Desmond Wolfe. This is going to be a technical classic.
Wow, what a name. I know that name for years.
Right? And I mean, his technical abilities, this is going to be a technical classic, but my problem is Daniel Garcia is in his corner, excuse me. And you know what that means. Daniel Garcia is going to turn on Nigel McGuinness, and we're going to get a Nigel McGuinness, Daniel Garcia feud that nobody wants in 2025, even though Nigel and Daniel teamed against FTR months ago. It is Zack Sabre Jr., ZSJ's time to shine. He's retaining his IWG World Heavyweight Championship. Robert, the technical classic, it's going to be Zack Sabre Jr. or Nigel McGuinness.
Zack Sabre Jr. This is going to be a damn good match, and I'm happy for it. Maybe not as happy as Mike that Daniel Garcia is in his corner, but the match is going to be good. I'm looking forward to it.
Are you excited for the Daniel Garcia heel turn?
No, not really.
We'll be asleep by that point.
God, again, to the 10 people that like him, I'm sorry. I really am sorry, but he's not a thing.
No, he's not. I'll say it for him. I'm not sorry.
Not sorry. Sorry. I will channel my inner cowboy James Storm. Sorry, not sorry. Sorry about your damn luck. Anyway,
What he just said.
Nicola, are you going Zack
Hello.
Sabre Jr. or are you going with your boy Nigel McGuinness?
I'm going, Zach. I know we're supposed to go with our own, but have you not noticed? I say a lot of the ones in my suck. They don't really, but yeah, we'll go with Zach. Sorry, Nigel.
Not sorry.
Not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry about your damn lip.
So we will move on to this next one that also is just kind of there because he's looking for competition. And well, he got competition. For the AEW TNT Championship, it is the boss baby himself, Kyle Fletcher, defends against Hiromu Takahashi, who is also in Los Ingobernables de Japón. If you've not checked out Hiromu Takahashi, you are in for a treat with his cat. His bouts with Will Ospreay for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championships are classics. And well, this is going to be another one that's an instant classic, but I do not see Hiromu winning, and I'm going to go with Kyle Fletcher. So, Roberto, Kyle Fletcher, or Hiromu Takahashi?
Yeah, it's the boss baby. The match is going to be great. The thing is, though, Los Ingobernables de Japón does not exist anymore.
I know, but I still want to say it, damn it. I know, I still want to say it. Why did they have to break them up? I was enjoying that.
Yeah, it was great. They should have. I'm convinced. Like I don't know. Maybe Gato caught Naito sleeping with his girlfriend or something.
Oh Jesus!
This man hates Tetsuya Naito with a passion. It's got to be hard to be a Naito fan. Like he gets to the top of the mountain and then he just falls off so much, and it's just like.
You know what it is, too? And I know a lot of people have been pissed. And this relates because he's a part of the Don Callis family as well. Man, New Japan fans are pissed. People are...
Callis, you pimp.
You... So, my thing, too, is people are pissed. And we are people, but we're not as pissed. People are pissed that Takeshita won the G1. And because it's an AEW guy and it's not a New Japan guy. The New Japan fans are not happy. I mean, they voiced their opinions about the New Japan AEW relationship, but Rob, what are you thinking about Takeshita winning and people being pissed?
They really wanted to push Evil.
Evil?
Are you fucking kidding me?
Takabi Watanabe, man.
I don't get that. I mean, I kind of share the same sentiment as Takeshita. He's like, I'm not here as NJPW Takeshita. I'm not here as AEW Takeshita. I'm here as Konosuke Takeshita.
Right.
And that's it. Like, this guy has really put himself on the map over the last couple of years and done a lot, has had so many amazing matches. And just the fact that he won one of the biggest tournaments in professional wrestling should be enough. But the fact that he's not an NJPW guy, which technically, I mean, he has a dual contract with NJPW, so technically he is.
Mm-hmm.
But just the fact that people see lines between companies, it sucks because there shouldn't be.
And I love Takabi Watanabe too. Evil! I loved him in LIJ. I loved him in Ring of Honor. I loved him in New Japan. But I think if you're really pushing someone like you mentioned, Takeshita, for years, even in his AEW run, has become some of the best stuff that he's done. He's one of the flag bearers of what we're seeing with Japanese wrestling in AEW. And I mean, his heel turn was the best thing that could have happened to him. The matches with Kenny, everything that he's done, that whole feud. Like, how do you not give it to him? And plus, now we're going to get him and Zack Sabre Jr. at Wrestle Kingdom. So, I mean, that's always a plus.
That's going to be a hell of a match.
Oof. And speaking of a hell of a match here, let's talk about it, Nicola. Are you going with the boss baby himself, Kyle Fletcher, or Hiromu Takahashi for the TNT title?
I'm going to go with, and this is something I don't think I'd ever say, I'm going with Big Boss Baby Head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? I can't deny he's a good wrestler, and I just made fun of him because, like I said, it was a funny thing to do. But at the same time, he's good in the ring. So, yeah, fuck it. Go for it, Big Boss Baby, man.
So, speaking of someone that we kind of like with what we get to see here, I mean, we like Hiromu, and Kyle Fletcher is the boss baby. But speaking of boss, We are going to go with the not the triple threat. I'm sorry, the fatal 4-way match for the AEW TBS Championship. It's AEW, it's CMLL, it's Stardom as Mercedes Moné
Oh, suck my dick, yeah.
defends against Alex Windsor, and that she has a platonic, non-sexual relationship with Tony Storm. Fuck it, let's tango out this bitch. We got Alex Windsor. We got Persephone representing CMLL. It is Persephone, right? Did I say that correct?
Persephone.
Persephone?
So whatever.
Persephone? Not. So you mean to tell me it's not? I've been calling her Persephone. It's been wrong. So it's Persephone, like a symphony, but a symphony. Is that what I'm gathering here?
Correct.
Yeah,
Correct.
Thank you.
Yes.
I'm learning here, people. I'm learning, and I've seen her work. She's a good wrestler.
Yeah,
But then you got this one from Stardom, Bozilla.
Bozilla. Oh Lord.
Okay, now I'm new to Bozilla. Now, Rob, is she that good? Is she good?
Oh,
Stardom?
she's a tall drink of water. 21 years old, 5'11".
Yes.
She can work.
I'm looking at this Bozilla right now. Hold on.
She's
Jesus! Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Look this up on the screen. Hold on.
Yeah.
What the actual shit, man? Look at this woman. Holy hell.
Yeah.
Wow.
She's
Okay.
pretty.
That and she can whip it. Okay, if we could get a press slam to Mercedes on this. Oh, I'm already excited for this. I'm really glad you told me about this. Okay, so I kind of want Bozilla to win this now. But there is a but. Alex Windsor, she's in her home country. Her and the Brubman's home country. I don't think it's going to be
my home country then.
So I think it's too soon for Alex Windsor because she's relatively new to AEW. I think she's going to get there, but I don't see it right now. Persephone, thank you for the correct pronunciation. Persephone, I think is there. She's going to have a nice showcase. Bozilla, who is 21 years old, Robert, 21 years old. Jesus. Bozilla's going to have a hell of a showing, even just looking at it right now with her size and stature. But I hate to say it, but I'm going to say it. And I think because we're getting closer to her beating Jade Cargill's reign as TBS champion, you know how Tony is with that. I got to go with Mercedes Moné to retain. And y'all, we got to put this out here because I'm going to pull it up on the screen. We know what's happening. Get ready for 9 belts Moné, as Mercedes Moné is going to take on Emerson Jane, who is the Red Pro, the Global Wars UK show. It's her title for title. It's Mercedes Moné against the Discovery Wrestling Scottish Women's Championship. Add 9 belts to friggin' Mercedes, Ultimate Mercedes. It's coming to life, Robert. It's coming to life, Nicola. It's coming. No, 9 belts Moné is coming. So my pick is
fuck right off. Fuck right off.
So
my dick.
So we're going with Mercedes, even though I don't want to. Rob, are you going Mercedes, Bozilla, Persephone, or Alex Windsor?
Full English breakfast and everything.
Sausage
medic. Yes. Yeah. I mean, who I want to win is obviously Bozilla. She's going to tower over everybody and wreck fucking shop. I think everybody's going to have a great showing here. I think I agree with you. Like you said, it's too soon for Alex Windsor. And a big fuck you to everybody that said that she was just going to get lost in the shuffle. Because
what?
She hasn't. So go fuck yourself. Persephone is fantastic as well. And I think she's going to do great here. Everybody's going to have a good showing. But I don't see Mercedes losing that fucking title. So, yeah.
So you're in agreement that she's going to be the one who beats Jade's record. Yeah, unfortunately. Nicola, Mercedes, Bozilla, Persephone, or Alex.
Do I have to go with any of them?
Well, yeah, I mean, if you had to pick one.
It's clearly not going to be the other one, is it? The full English breakfast whapper.
No.
Bitch.
Tosser.
That's a tosser. Go eat sausage beater.
Wanker.
Oh.
Bellend.
Who did Rob go? Did you two go for?
Well, I went for Mercedes because I don't see her losing. Robert also went with Mercedes because he doesn't see her losing.
Oh, and next. No,
Chode.
Chowder.
Oh, so go ahead.
You want to say it, the name, Bar Mercedes, the other three.
The three: Alex Windsor, Bozilla, or Persephone.
I'll go with Alex Windsor.
Yeah, Mrs. Bruv. She's going with Mrs. Bruv. Going with the
You could
Mrs.
go with Mrs. Bruv, yeah. Hopefully the Mister doesn't appear because he thinks he's healthy and can do it again.
Oh, we're gonna get to him because he rightfully pissed me the fuck off, bro. We'll get to him in a second. So.
Oh dear, how did the Bruv man piss you off? That's saying something.
Yeah, you should have heard his promo today.
Oh God,
I have not heard it yet.
Don't get me started. All right, we'll get to that in a minute. I need to give a refresher here. So, all right, we're gonna go to the other women's one. So, timeless Tony Storm against Athena. Let's fucking go. AEW Women's Championships on the line. First of all, this feud, I've been enjoying the back and forth. Athena finally getting her rightful spot being pushed on AEW television. She's the forever champion with the Ring of Honor Women's Championship. Hopefully we get to see more of her on both shows. But also, this is her cash-in. But, God damn it, Toni Storm is just so good. And she's just Toni Storm, to put in the bluntest of terms. She's going to Toni Storm. I don't see Athena winning this. And she's already pinned her in a tag. So I think Toni Storm's going to get her win back. And we're going to see maybe more continuance of this or something, but I don't see Toni losing that championship. So I'm going with timeless Toni Storm over Athena. Nicola, Toni, or Athena, AEW Women's Championship is on the line.
You don't even have to ask me. You don't even have to ask. I'm going with the Toni Storm.
Toni Storm.
Toni Storm.
Robert, Toni Storm or Athena?
Yeah, Toni Storm. There's really no further explanation needed.
Fair enough. Even though we do like Athena. I do really like Athena.
We do like Athena. It's just you never go get to Toni Storm.
I think we like Toni more.
That is very true.
We 100%.
All right. Now we're going to go to a match that just kind of came out of nowhere. Had about 3 or 4 weeks build of just back and forth promos, 2 brawls, and well, you would think after he helped Hangman Page win that we go somewhere towards that direction, but we didn't. But it's going to be a good match. But again, kind of came out of mothballs. I'm going to say my favorite line. It came out of mothballs. Go scratch your ass while you're at it. So we have for the AEW Unified Championship, Kazuchika Okada Beach goes one-on-one with Swerve. He swerves when he drives what? Swerves when he drives what? Look, I know Swerve wants to get a win because he's lost both times at, in the UK with what happened with him and Bryan Danielson. I've been enjoying Swerve. I really have. I think going back to this realm of what we get to see him being babyface and going after Okada now, it's different, it's fresh. Came out of nowhere, really kind of very like, okay, whatever, what we're going to get here. But I think it's going to continue, or we're going to see Okada. Personally, I think Eddie Kingston may be on his way back. I love to see Eddie and Okada go back to that because we never I know we really never got a stamp on that, like a finished closure chapter there. But I think Okada Beach is going to retain. I got to go with Kazuchika. Rob, you going Okada, you going Swerve?
Okada.
Okay.
This is going to be a good match.
Even though it kind of just came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nicola, Okada, or Swerve?
Okada. Wow, yes, yeah, I said something totally different this time. Ooh, also I'm following what you two say as well on this one. So yeah.
So we will go to this one. They rushed the fuck out of this. And I'm pissed because we could have saved it for London. We could have saved it for Toronto. But we're getting it now as the reunited Adam Copeland. Cope and Christian go head-to-head with Kill Switch, who's back, the former Luchasaurus, and Kip Sabian. Well, Nick Wayne broke his foot, like a dumbass. And so we got Kill Switch back, which I'm really happy to see. I know he went through his trials and tribulations with pneumonia. He's healthy. I'm very happy about that. But here's my problem. They rushed the fuck out of this because they should have just they finished the Patriarch thing. You should have had Nick Wayne beat Christian one-on-one at Forbidden Door, and then you have Edge save him, and then FTR comes out, and then you could set up what we would get at Toronto with Adam Copeland and Christian against FTR. But if this is their first match back, they just have a handshake. They're not really there together yet. Kill Switch comes back and chokeslams them both. Kip Sabian is going to Kip Sabian because why not? But if I had to pick a winner here, It's their first match back on pay-per-view, and 14 years was the last time that they tag team was on an episode of SmackDown against Alberto Del Rio and Brodus Clay, whose name was Tyrus. So with that being said, Adam Copeland and Christian. Cope and Christian, don't talk about my daddy. Robert, Adam Copeland and Christian, or Kip Sabian and Killswitch, even though this is also Killswitch first pay-per-view back.
Good Lord. I think this is a match where I want both teams to lose, but if I had to pick, yeah. I guess I'll have to pick Cope and Christian.
Cope.
Unfortunately, Cope.
So Nikla, Adam Copeland, Cope and Christian, or Kip Sabian and Killswitch.
Cope and Grandpa Christian Cage.
With his old man sweaters, yeah. So with that,
and you got Cope with his broken weapon.
First of all, I'm going to tell you right now, I think what gets me about his new character change is because we love Janice, we love Abyss as well. Spike ain't it. I'm sorry. Him having Spike, I like Mick Foley with Barbie, cool. Janice with Abyss, cool. At Copeland with Spike, no. Like, why?
No, it makes no sense. Abyss was a character that had to have a weapon, which was Janice. That makes sense. But Cope just running around with this Spike.
Well,
give me a reason.
Barbie or the 2x4, like it worked. The 2x4 with
Fucking
Barbie.
Ugh.
Yes. Mick Foley, it makes sense. Abyss, it makes sense. Cope, no, you ain't that life. No. But that's gonna be their reunion.
Barbie.
I know, and well, we only
never saw that film. Never will.
Not that Barbie, but yeah, no.
There's not any Barbie in general.
Well, Robert, has there been any matches announced? Because we only got like 3 matches, so let's do the checker on that before we actually get to these last 3 matches.
No, because Tony's too busy playing with the Boo Boo Dolls.
Yeah, there no matches have been announced. He's probably gonna announce some 0-hour matches on Saturday.
So, are you ready for the Grado Pop on Collision when he answers Max Caster's open challenge? You ready for the Grado Pop like a prayer, baby?
He was on an episode of ROH.
I saw that too.
Saw that.
Yeah,
that's gonna be fun.
Fucking Grado, man. It's great to see him back.
Yeah. That shocked me when you said that earlier, and I was like, what the hell? Grado's back.
Well, yeah. Let's go to a little violence for the next match here. So, it is a lights out steel cage match, and I'm gonna fucking rant. My blood pressure is gonna be full the roof. My ass is gonna be scratched. Well, you can go scratch yours as well. Did I mention go scratch your ass? The problem with this is it's so forced, it's rushed, but I know it's going to be good. I know it's going to be out of this world. But for the love of God, it could have just been Darby and Moxley, Neo Knox Mox and his Romper Stomper gang. But we got a lights out steel cage match, as it is the team of the Death Riders, John Moxley and Claudio Castagnoli, and the Young Bucks and Gabe Kidd against the team of the Golden Lovers, Kenny Omega, who I don't know why he's not going after Okada after he got screwed, but okay, and Kota Ibushi. The Golden Lovers are back. Hiroshi Tanahashi, because, well, if we're going to have Tanahashi's last match in the UK, he ain't wrestling solo. He's going to be in a multi-man match, which is cool, protects Tanahashi. And Will Ospreay, and, of course, Darby Allin, and a body bag. He came right out of that body bag. Like, as soon as Will Ospreay brought him out, he came out right of that body bag. Bro.
He sure did, bro.
Yay, Darby.
How is Darby the most healthiest one on his team?
I was literally just about to say that. You just read my mind. I was literally about to say that. I was like, how did the healthy fucker out of all of them? How?
Will Ospreay.
That's a dumbass.
Will Ospreay cut this promo 4 weeks ago where he's like, bruv, I got herniated discs, you know?
Yeah.
But I want to be back for Forbidden Door. And then he's like, bruv, my doctors didn't clear me, bruv. I live 13 minutes from the arena, bruv. And it's right from my front step, bruv. My porch, bruv. Me and the missus, bruv. And like, bro, you don't need to be in this match. You don't. You really don't. Just heal up.
Is he having a fucking mental breakdown, is he? Because he can't. Will, sit the hell down.
you don't need to be in this match, bruv. But that's why he's pissing me off. It reminds me of friggin' Dax at the friggin' media scrum with friggin' Adam Copeland when he got hurt from jumping off the cage with friggin' Malachi Black. And then friggin' Dax is like, you see that man right there? That's Adam Copeland, baby. And I'm going to tell you right now, I've watched that man go through ins and outs of this business, the trials and tribulations. So I ask you people, who the hell are you to tell us how to wrestle? Why can't he just jump off the cage? Well, because he's 50, number one, and number two, he doesn't need to, you dumbass. So, hey, Dax Harwood, go scratch your ass. Said,
Oh, suck my dick.
yeah. So with that being said, we'll get to FTR in a minute. There's been rumblings about Jungle Boy Jack Perry coming back. No. And please don't get involved. That's my problem. I think he's going to get involved in this because the Young Bucks are here, and the Young Bucks have been treated like jabronis, and the fact that they actually mentioned Generation
I know you dislike him, but you know I like him, and that is the only thing we disagree on, because I like him and you think he's a jungle douche. But
I understand why you like him, but the problem is, and I'm going to say
nothing
this.
to do with his looks, it's his freaking wrestling style. Fuck that is. Just like a little old man.
I know, but the realistic portion is, and I'm sorry, and if this pisses people, he doesn't draw any money. He doesn't. He's not a fucking draw. He's a little turd. When fucking Sonata is just like, I can't fucking believe they had me wrestle this guy. You know what? Sonata puts you fucking down because this is who you give me for the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. You know you got a problem, and it's fucking Sonata. Not to be confused with John Sakata. So with that being said, I think we're going to get a run in here. So if I had to pick, because it's going to continue into All Out, I am going to go with Neo Nox Mox and his Romper Stomper gang.
Wait, what?
I'm not. Yeah, I'm going with Neo
Does
Nox.
it have a green rock?
The Young Bucks.
No, green rocks.
And Green Mox.
Someone get that.
Gabe Kidd. Yeah, they're gonna win because I'm gonna say shenanigans and tomfoolery and fuckery. Robert, who you going with? Are you going with Team Darby or Team Neo Nox Mox?
I'd have to go with Neo Nox Mox. Like, look at everybody on Osprey's team. Like, yes. Kenny had he blew up his guts. Ibushi has no ankles.
Yep.
Did you see Tana run to the ring tonight?
Oh God, bro. It was, you know what it reminded me of? It reminded me, and I love him. He's a legend. It reminded me of the Great Muta running to the ring. It's like, why is your old ass running to the ring, Great Muta? It reminded me of the Great Muta.
Like, that's scary, bro. And then, Osprey with his neck. Like, somebody's gonna get really fucking hurt.
Oh, dude, I was watching him in the match.
Darby.
Yes.
The only healthy one.
The only healthy one. This might be a way to write off a couple of those guys that are injured. Oh, Mike's stuck.
Poke him. No, you're poking me, but you're poking. Yeah. He's back again.
Oh, okay. He's back.
So I was literally, I'm take two. I was literally saying to myself, like, bro, do you really need to do that friggin' senton off the rope, Tanahashi? Do you really need to do the roll, like, off the ropes, man? Like, I watched you go down to the ring. You really need to do that off the rope, but all right, whatever. But yeah, I'm going with the same. So you're going Neo Nox Mox and the crew. I am.
Yeah, I mean, that if nobody fucking dies, and I hope they don't, somebody's going to get written off with some injuries.
Do you agree with the Jack Perry run-in or not? Or you think we're going to save that?
I think we might save that.
Well, yeah. And by the way, when I say this also as well with my hatred towards Jack Perry, it's not because I want to see anything bad happen to him. Everybody dies. Blackhearts. It's just because of the fact. It's just because of the fact that he's just a douche. And I know why, Nicola, that you like him. So we'll move on over to the get that fucker out of here. Mute his mic tosser over here, Nicola McDonald. Are you going with the
I
death
can't say this. How can I say this to you when I sit there ripping Blake, ripping CM Punk, ripping so many wrestlers? There's me go, yeah, well, you don't like Jungle Douche. And there's me go, yeah, but I like him on the scale of wrestling. But you know, there's all mad love in this room.
I know.
Yeah, he's a pain in the arse, to be fair. He's a dickhead, but I do want to see him back. Only because I can then go, thank you for giving rid of Punk. Other than that, yeah, screw you, man.
All right. So with that being said, I know, I just like to bust you. Mute his mic tosser will never not be funny. Nicola McDonald.
I came up, yeah, I know you. Some of my one-liners I come out with sometimes. Mute his fucking mic, you tosser.
One-liners. So, Nicola, are you going with the Death Riders and the Crew, Gabe Kidd and the Young Bucks?
You know, I'm going to be an asshole and go with a broken lot at the minute. That's what I'm going to call them. I'm going to go with Darby and the broken lot just for the fun of it. Because Darby's healthy, which is unusual because he's normally always broken. So, you know, let's see what he can do. And plus, he's only been back a couple of weeks, hasn't he? And you can tell he wants Mox. Well, he did try and fry him onto a train track, didn't he, or something the other week?
Yes.
Was it a train track, or was it something else? It was down a staircase.
He put him in the body bag, and then he threw him down the stairs. Yes.
My man.
So we'll move on to the last two matches thus far, because thankfully, as we're recording, no other matches have been announced yet.
And everybody dies.
Everybody dies. And a three-way tag team elimination match. We hurt people. The Hurt Syndicate, Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin, and a triple threat, because it was FTR against Bro Dito, and it was a draw, which Robert told me about, and then I caught up on before we started this because I fell asleep. And it was
I fell asleep too and didn't watch it, so I'm going to have to watch it after the show, after we've done the show.
It was actually a very good match, and I also like the fact that they're in this. So Bro Dito is the team that I thought I never knew, and I love me some Brody King. They need to be doing something because, well, he's not doing much. Julia Hart is in this new group, the Triangle of Madness, which kind of makes no sense, but it's cool. And I mean, him and Bandito, I like it. I dig it. You got FTR, and you got, of course, the Hurt Syndicate. I think this is where we're going to get FTR winning the tag titles with Big Stoke in their corner. It feels right because of the fact, and I'd love to see Bro Dito win, but I think MJF might get involved to cost the Hurt Syndicate and further that storyline. And we'll get to what I think about with MJF in a second here, but I think we're going to get FTR to win, and then we get them against Cope and Christian at All Out in Toronto, and they beat them for the tag titles. So I'm going FTR for the win. But yeah, I think there's going to be some shenanigans. Robert, are you going FTR, Bro Dito, or the Hurt Syndicate?
As much as I'd love to see Bro Dito win, I think FTR. And FTR is going to probably pin Bandito.
Poor Bandito, man. Poor Bandito. Nicola, are you going with FTR, Bro Dito, or the Hurt Syndicate? We hurt people.
I hurt people.
I know.
It's fun. Hey! I had to. It's the way you do that. I hurt people. FTR. I don't know why. But yeah.
Alrighty. Fair enough.
I've got nothing else on that one. It was just an FTR.
Well, we are here at the main event now. Hangman.
Wow, hang on. This is not made any new matches yet, surely.
I just looked. Nothing yet.
You must be sinking on the yacht already then.
Yeah. So the main event of this fine program, MJF is cashing in Hangman Page against MJF for the AEW World Championship, and the championship can change hands via countout or disqualification. Man. I will say this. I've kind of been very mad with this feud, and I'll tell you why. It's been the same fucking promos each and every week. I'm real, you're not. Insecurities, the devil. It's literally been the same fucking thing for the last few months, the last few weeks. I'm kind of over it, but also at the same time too, I think so. There's talks of Wardlow coming back soon, and he's cleared.
Wow, where the hell has he been?
He's been on American Gladiators.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
Alrighty.
So
There's more fun over there.
if we have the Hurt Syndicate, I think, again, this is going to be another one where we're going to have everybody get involved. The Hurt Syndicate, MJF getting involved there. If they put Wardlow back with MJF, that would
no, please don't do that again.
make no fucking sense because he put. All right.
It was shit the first time round. Oh, he's walking. Oh.
This is a ring. That is a ring being put down. The man literally put the ring down so CM Punk can hit him with it in the dog collar match because he was tired of his shit. This ring down. That makes no sense if you have him go back to fucking MJF. Yes, I get it. You could possibly do something and put the Pinnacle back together, but it makes zero sense when he was treated like a fucking zilch by MJF back in the day, and now he friggin' wants to go back to him like he has fucking Stockholm Syndrome. And then you have friggin' him with Adam Cole in the goddamn Undisputed Kingdom, which we could have had a feud, but Adam Cole kept getting injured. And by the way, much love to Adam Cole for real, because he's been through a lot. I love you, Adam Cole. But for God's sake, man, it makes no sense putting them back together, and it just is just stupid. But you're going to probably see something with that if you do something with Wardlow. But I think they also brought up the fact that Adam Cole, MJF mentioned this, that his first title defense he lost when he became the champion the first time. And we all know who he lost to. But with that being said, I think it's going to be a repetitious part of that. So MJF for your new AEW World Champion. And we're going to get MJF versus Bobby Lashley for the AEW World Championship at All Out, because you know that's where we're going. So, Robert, Hangman Adam Page, cowboy shit, or are you going with MJF, the devil, the level of the devil?
I think after the tremendous way that Hangman won,
yes,
and this weird petulant desire that Max has to be champion again,
yes,
I think they rushed the shit out of it. Like, they should have prolonged this, maybe not make this Hangman's first feud. But I think it's too early for Hangman to lose, so I kind of expect him to knock Max's dick in the dirt.
Put his dick in the dirt.
I'm gonna knock your dick in the dirt.
Spin you around.
I think Hangman retains.
Okay,
dick in the dirt.
I hear you.
Just full gear.
Full gear in the dirt. Dick in the dirt. I hear you.
Lying in the dirt, circles.
See, I hear you, and I know the last time they were on pay-per-view, Hangman beat him. But it makes sense for the fact of that. But all right, I like your idea, but I'm still sticking with MJF because us Long Islanders have to stick together. So one for MJF, one for Hangman. Nicola, you're the deciding factor. Hangman Adam Page or MJF?
I'm going with Hangman.
She's the decider.
He's the decider.
Oh, I don't. Oh, I'll put it the way Rob likes to put it, which is she doesn't give a shit.
Wave your hands
from side to side. But first of all, the fact that he came out on NXT out the fucking fridge was absolutely amazing.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, but Adam, I'll go with the cowboy that's not a cowboy to me. Cowboy.
That's cool. So, y'all, cowboy shit.
Ye fucking heart.
Yeehaw. That is your predictions for both Forbidden Door and NXT.
Wow.
We are done. Those are all of them, all in a row.
I'm still not daylight here.
I know. Also, let's put this out here. We will also be back next week with predictions for WWE's Clash in Paris, which will take place on Saturday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for myself. And I'm going to get 11 a.m. Pacific and 7 p.m. Nicola's time. Yeah. So we're going to be predicting the matches that are announced thus far are Seth Rollins defends against Jey Uso. Yeet. Against L.A. Knight. Yeah. And CM Punk and the Fatal 4-Way match for the title. We got the John Cena retirement tour, his first match under the babyface regime now, as John Cena goes one-on-one with Logan Paul. Whoop that ass, John!
Wow.
Because
what is the point of this fucking match? Why is Logan not be anywhere near this?
If you remember, they teamed at Money in the Bank, and then he said Logan Paul was doing WWE better than WWE, and then now he called him a dumbass, and Logan Paul said, I never switched it up. You're a hypocrite, John. And now John's got to whoop that ass. John's got to whoop that ass, Nicola.
All right, well, John's winning this match without even opening his eyes.
All right.
Logan Paul, you can fuck right off.
Save it for next week. So John Cena, Logan Paul. We also now have Sheamus and Rusev, the deciding factor in the good old Donnybrook match. Let's fucking go, Sheamus. Fucking that's going to be nuts. And then, of course, what was just announced, Roman Reigns versus Bronson Reed, the Ula Fala versus the Shula Fala, the Tribal Chief versus the Tribal Thief. I am looking forward to that. Beat that ass, man. It's going to be good. So next week, prediction for Clash in Paris. We have watch-alongs coming. We're watching Alexa Bliss and Alexa's Playground with Shayna back. We're going to watch the Wyatt Six against the Wyatt Six. Goodness gracious. The Wyatt family. We're going to talk about the Wyatt Six in a future episode. We're going to watch the Wyatt family and the New Day and the infamous Wyatt. You go into the compound, the Wyatt compound segment from Raw. and so much more. It's going to be a fun time here, deep into the heart of wrestling. And happy 2-year anniversary to us.
Yes.
We've officially.
Wow, yeah, happy anniversary.
We appreciate each and every one of you that check this out. We love what we do, and we love to entertain, and we love to ascertain. So the link to promo.
Nicola likes to get in trouble every week
and
somehow.
Well, thankfully we haven't gotten flagged in a while, so that's a plus. Just don't mention it.
Because we don't fucking Bugatti, man.
Bugatti, man.
I keep saying promo slam because I have to remember this is the new thing for Max, and I'm sorry, Des. The open door, you whore. So the open door is tomorrow, and the link will be in the description for Nicola versus Blade, yours truly against Moses Marquez, Beer against Teddy P, and a whole lot of things going down on that show. So shout out to Max, shout out to everybody, and shout out to us for 2 years. So Robert Davis, my good friend, thank you for the thumbnails for these last 2 years. Thank you for the socials, and thank you for just being your awesome self, RD, in the place to be. Where can we follow you on the socials?
So happy 2 years to us. If you like what you see, if you like what you hear, just as much as we like making this stuff, you can follow us on Linktree/BlackHeartsEBD3. You will find a link to Mike's YouTube with all of our episodes, our Instagram, our Facebook, not our Twitter, because fuck you, Elon. Blue Sky, TikTok, while we still have it. We haven't gotten flagged in a while, so we still have it.
I do now.
So again, go watch our friends over in the Max Wrestling Podcast. As Mike mentioned, he's got a promo against Moses Marquez. The Demoness has a championship bout against Blade Rodriguez, and you should go watch that because it'll be a lot of fun. And if you want to follow me on the socials, you can find me at Linktree/HeyI'mRob. We can talk about stuff, things. Sour sauce. Hi, DC.
Hi, DC.
So, yeah, Dan knows I love him and his alcoholism. I digress. Nicola, where can we follow you on the social medias?
Well, as Rob and Mike have both already said, go check out Max Wrestling because Mike's against Moses Marquez, and I am currently world champ of Max Wrestling. So, yeah, we forgot to mention that part. So I will. Demoness is doing her thing over there against Richie Rich. Blade. Yeah, go check out all of the efforts going on over at Max. Come check us out. Happy 2-year anniversary to us three as well, because obviously, yeah, that's fucking awesome. Oh, look, the stat man's in the room.
We just have to talk about the CWO.
Yeah,
we will be in full force eventually, but the Demoness of CWO will be doing her thing, so please go watch her.
Thank you very much, Batman. Soon. And yeah, if you want to follow me, go to this is when I mess this up every week. Ready?
Yes.
Nicola Nicola Mac 853 on fuck you Twitter. Demoness there on Instagram, and what is it again, Mike? My actual one.
You know what it is? I forget myself because I'm so used to Demoness but it's Nick, and you'll see some more numbers under it. The link will be in the description. I got you. But mainly, if you want to follow Nicola, go to Demoness for all your Demoness goodies.
Yeah, to be fair, all my Demoness stuff is there with Demoness there. So yeah, and that's it. And everybody dies. CWO, Black Hearts.
So with that means,
and keep following what we do because we're all crazy as shit and we love doing this. And it also keeps us pretty sane as well. So there's that as well.
Yes, we are, and yes, we do. And
that's my dick.
So we'll have the total counter right here. So with that being
and hi, Mom. I forgot about you.
Hi,
Mom.
To the Venga bus.
To the Venga bus. To the Venga bus. Venga bus. The Venga bus is coming, and everybody's showing.
You know, she told me off on the last show because apparently I did not say hello, and I was like, I swear I did. I swear we was giving her a lovely size and everything.
Well, Nicola's mom, hello. We're happy.
Hello.
Screw you.
I only got one other thing to say besides the Vengabus, and you know what that is?
Well,
Boom, 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 boom. I want you in my room. Let's spend the night together from now until forever. Boom, 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 boom. Anyway, I digress. So if you want to check out this fine show, it's on
your own fault there, Mum. You shouldn't have said that.
If you want to check out this fine YouTube, it's S&M Network Shows, which features Deep Into the Heart of Wrestling, the Steve and Mike Show. Hi, Steve! We have so many things coming from that end, and you might see some stuff with Steve and I and Max, question mark, what? You can also check out, what? You can also check out On the Mic with Mike, the LFC podcast. You can check out the weekly review with myself, Dan, and Paul. Dan and I just finished Uncaged Season 5, where we talked about the impact of the Four Horsemen. Woo! Want to see my dick? And we also touched upon so many great things on that fine season. You dickhead. We also touched upon the pop culture history stuff, the pop culture history podcast there. It's just a potpourri and a plethora of things on that channel. SM Show 1, MCL92 on Twitter, Larkin_92, and MLarkinMB on Instagram. That is the socials. That is the end of this fine prediction show. We will be back next week for Clash in Paris. There's so many goddamn shows to predict. Why? Why? Because we love what we do. For Nicola McDonald, for Robert Davis, my name is Mike Larkin. And, well, the only thing you have to left to say is this. To the yacht, bruv!